BMRForm.com and BMROdds.com. What is going on, boys? Welcome back to episode number 149 of The Lobby. As always, each and every week, Mr. Reload Sports. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, doing well here, Bobby. Looking forward to NBA Finals tonight, continuing, and a lot more action the rest of the week, too. Always a good time of year, and we got other stuff coming up later this month. July 4th, not even that far away now. Feels like the summer's flying by.
Yeah, I say it every year. It feels like the year just got started. It's already June 10th. Yeah. You know, Reload, I'm always jealous, and Sam, I'm always jealous of you guys and your hair. You know, I got this headset on. I spiked up my hair a little bit. It always looks like shit. I hate my hair. Sam, you have a full, sexy head of hair. What's your secret?
You want to know what's funny, too, is that yesterday I got a haircut, and the girl cutting the hair was like, "Oh, what do you want?" And I was like, "Just a zero around and a little bit off the top or whatever."
Right.
She asked me like 3 times. I was like, I almost want to be like, I'm going to go, like, I know what I want.
Yeah,
like, my hair's going to grow back. If it looks bad, which would be your fault, like, you know.
Exactly. It'll grow back.
I was like, I had to say it 3 times. It was kind of crazy. But, yeah, I mean, Knicks game 4 tonight. And then, you know, USA soccer starting on Friday. We got the World Cup that starts tomorrow. So what a time to be a sports fan. Let's go.
Damn right. Do you have a girl? Do you have a guy? Sammy, Reload. I know you don't have to worry about this, but do you go to a same person every week, every month?
No. So I had a problem in my 20s where I like dated 3 straight hairdressers that did my hair.
Oh, right.
And so now I go to like Sports Clips. I don't get the MVP. I can shower myself afterwards, and I don't need a hot bath, or, you know, a hot towel.
Right, hot towel and all that.
I go after work, and then I just go home after work and I shower, and I'm good. But yeah, I go to Sports Clips. It's a different person anytime, or, you know, a variation of a few of them. But they're all, you know, they're not Hooters waitress. Well, I guess they're not attractive either. But yeah, you know.
You know, Sam, you brought up a good topic, boys, and we were talking before the show. Sammy's planning a little trip to a Yankee game over Father's Day weekend, I believe it was. And he brought up a good point. He said he bought some jerseys. So I want to segue into that real quick. I was having a conversation with someone yesterday, as a matter of fact. You know, back in the day, it used to be all stitching, with the exception of MLB. They always do stitching. But NBA, NFL, NHL used to be all stitched jerseys, Reload. But nowadays, everybody's going to the iron-on.
Yeah, well, you know, it's whatever it is, whatever they can do to charge as much as they can for the jerseys, I guess. I mean, I was at some of these stores, you know, I can't believe what they charge for them. You got to be a really dedicated fan. That's a nice gift you're doing there, Sammy, for Father's Day with those jerseys.
Yes, it's a nice gift for Father's Day. And, you know, just going to the Yankee game itself is a treat there, Sam.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I figure I don't buy jerseys often. You know, a jersey can last. I mean, an era, you know, I actually just bought a Derek Jeter jersey or a Mariano Rivera jersey because that's a legend of the team. Yes. So, you know, when it comes to buying jerseys, I'm not buying them every year. I'm not buying the role player. You know, I'm buying the Aaron Judge. You know, you're buying the stereotypical jerseys. You know, I was just about to buy some Knicks merch, but obviously I'm hoping for them to win the championship because I want to buy finals merch rather than you know, anything else.
The Knicks merch is going to be in the clearance rack in another week.
But yeah, I mean, in reference to buying jerseys, I mean, it's you know, it's an easy gift for the family. Like I said, my 2 brothers' birthdays are in June, July, and then Father's Day. So bing, bang, boom, there goes a few $100s.
Exactly. But let's stick with the MLB topic. Reload. What do you got on the diamond for today?
Yeah, MLB. I got one play tonight. It's the late game. LA Angels hosting the Houston Astros. I like the Angels at a low premium home chalk here, -110 in Anaheim. The Angels won 10-1 last night to even the series. They lost 5-4 the first game. Detmer's on the hill tonight, tossed 14 strikeouts in his last home start in 8 innings. Give me the Angels -110, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim.
All righty, Reload. Thank you. Sammy, let's go over to you. Your Yankees are up 3-1. I'm sure you're on them.
Of course we're on them.
Being it's a
on them as an
Wednesday.
underdog tonight, and they won the first 2 games in the series. They won in 10
Yep.
innings, and then they won, I think, in the 8th or 9th inning yesterday, but a tight game. Already up 3-1. So hoping to sweep Cleveland. Always like beating them. I like San Diego at home versus Cincinnati. That's another 4 o'clock game. Then everything else is a little bit later. Baltimore home to Seattle, the Diamondbacks on the road at Miami, and the A's at home to Milwaukee. I am 128 and 102 on the year, plus 1 unit. So, hanging in there, a real battle, a real grind. They call me Sammy Chalk. That's why I always have, I'll have more wins, but barely breaking a unit just because I'm Sammy Chalk. And then we always got the battle this month between LT Profits and Tanko. Finally, they swept the board yesterday. Both of them went 2-0. LT Profits 8-10, Tanko 10-8. He's got about a 3-unit lead right now, but you're basically a third of the way down, 2/3 to go. So a lot of way to go. But one of them has to finish plus units, $1,250 to the winner.
All righty, Sammy. Thank you. Unfortunately, my Golden Knights did lose yesterday, so the series is tied 2-2. Tomorrow night, they will be back in Carolina. Reload, what are you liking here?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Golden Knights in Game 5. Vegas sitting at plus 136 right now. I think that's a nice wager. I did take them earlier in the series. They did split the first 2 at Carolina. So I think with this kind of series, plus odds on the road is the way to go. Hoping that they win that one. I think Carolina could still even it out. And I still think we're looking at maybe a 7-game series here. But for Game 5, got to go with Vegas.
All righty. Sammy, over to you. What do you like?
Yeah, it's tough. Each individual game, it's been back and forth. And, man,
Yep.
What a goal to take the lead for Carolina. And then what a goal on that empty netter, too, just to make it 5-3. Every game you think should be an under game, but every game they keep scoring a ton of goals, and they come, at random times. They come in these little spurts, and then they go a whole time without scoring. So, every game I keep thinking of taking the under, or maybe even you can't even buy a goal. I mean, they scored 8 goals. They scored 9 goals. If Vegas were to score yesterday, the game would have gone overtime. That would have been 9 goals or 10. You know what I mean? So it's tough every single game, but it's been an awesome Stanley Cup Finals. Anything you can ask for as a fan. Every game has been competitive, back and forth. A guaranteed 6 games, at least 7. I don't really have an inkling or a hinge. It's basically just kind of pick something live. Hope you pick the right side, really.
All righty, Sammy. And the back and forth and the coming quick action sounds like you, but that's a topic for another day.
Speaking of your weight loss, how you doing, big boy?
Unfortunately, during my trip to Arizona, I did gain a little weight, but why the air quotes, Sam?
Well, your trip to Arizona,
I like to just clear one thing up. I've said it before on forum posts and maybe on video. Maybe on video it'll get through to you, Diggity. Maybe on video it'll get through to you, KVB, that I am not gay. I like women. That's the end of the subject. I went on a business trip to Arizona. Again with the air quotes, Sam.
Well,
But again,
we have to say business trip.
But again, I'm not gay. I'm not worried about it. KVB, you can think what you want. I was going to say LT Profits. KVB, you can think what you want. Diggity, you can think what you want. Anyone can think what they want about me, but nobody knows the truth. Nobody knows. I am not gay. I never will be gay. I don't like men. I don't like dick. I don't like sucking dick, playing with dick, holding dick, touching nothing with dick. That's it. The story is over. KVB, you're going to drop it, and you're going to drop it now before I ban you. This is your one and final warning, KVB. I don't want to hear any more dick talk, or you will be banned. It's going to start off with a couple hours. It'll transition into a day, and then a week, and maybe longer if this keeps up.
What a
Make
monologue.
sure we tag KVB. Make sure he hears this clip, because I'm not playing around, KVB.
You better timestamp it when you tag him.
You're damn fucking right I'm going to. Anyway, I'm sorry I got off a little tangent there, Reload. Let's jump into the Belmonts.
Yeah, Belmont Stakes. Well, it was a good race. I came out a little ahead with my picks. I posted basically a top 4 on the forum Golden Tempo came through for me in the Derby as well. Of course, it didn't pay as much in the Belmont, but that's how it goes. You just want to grind something out and move on. Lot more coming up with horse racing in the summer. The Haskell coming up next month in July at Monmouth Park. The Travers will be coming up in August. We got the Saratoga meet starting July 4th weekend, while the Aqueduct meet starts to finish up. The old Aqueduct track going away, and I'm sure there'll be some fun and surprises that final week for the farewell. But looking forward, Saratoga, Monmouth, good summer racing coming up.
Definitely. Sammy, did you catch the Belmont? Did you have any bets?
Yeah, I had Renegade that did, it was part of a three-way battle coming close, but Golden Temple was much better. I'm really mad that I didn't. I kind of immediately took him off my thought process, and I liked Renegade, and just didn't win. But like Reload said, Saratoga's coming up in a few short weeks, and I'll be up there at least once a week, maybe even twice a week, and I'll definitely have bets and threads and videos from the track. Can't wait. Love a great afternoon.
How's the golfing been, Sammy?
Golfing's been going great. I shot an 80 a couple weeks ago, which was one of my best ever rounds. Then I shot an 88 at a course that I shot 87 last year, so pretty consistent. I got a tee time this coming Sunday for 7:12, I think. Love golfing early, and then 4 hours. Have the whole afternoon to yourself. Watch the action.
Very, very nice. And speaking of action, Reload, let's talk some World Cup action.
Yeah, World Cup starting up. Live pretty close to MetLife Stadium, and I'm sure it'll be really buzzing there soon. Can't get in, can't get out, no parking. It's going to be fun seeing how that works out with the the rideshare drop-off area. They've done it interesting. So they're going to have it's a little interesting where they're going to have the rideshare able to get in and out and drop people off over at the Meadowlands racetrack. And but the rest of the parking lot is not going to be used for any parking. And the games themselves, looking forward to it. It's interesting this year because there are a lot more teams and games, so it should open up some more opportunities, you would think, in those early games. Now, I'm still going to look at the board a little bit, see how the odds have been moving. But I do tend to, if I do play anything, I tend to stick with totals and especially unders, because otherwise you get stuck with these three-way lines with the sides and the draw and all that. You end up, or if you take a team to win outright, like in the later rounds, you get stuck hoping the penalty kicks go in. And so you have to kind of bet it the way that you want to. And for me, it's usually with unders. So I'll be looking for some of that as it plays out.
All righty, Reload. Thank you. Sammy, World Cup action. What do you got?
And from the non-professional standpoint, here you go. We're going to be betting on USA every single game because that's what Americans do in the World Cup. You bet on America. All right. Now, in reality, I have some future bets with like Spain and England and some other variations. I have like a parlay going with a lot of the group winners that are a lot of the big favorites and stuff. But from an individual game, we're always betting on USA because they're probably going to win the group, taking them at plus odds as well. And I'm going to be going to the watch parties at the local bar and the local soccer clubs. So I cannot wait to go down and watch USA Friday night, 9 o'clock. I'm leaving work at 6, going right to the bar. They're doing a watch party out there. So I can't go to the Knicks watch parties, but I will be going to Team USA watch parties. Go USA.
And if you guys don't know why they call him Sammy Square, watch his World Cup take right there. But thank you, gentlemen. And guys, best of luck on all the action, on everything that you have this upcoming week. And we will see you guys on the forum.
All right.